Simran so much. We are talking of Japana so much. What is it? How to do it? Why to do it? Not just because somebody said so, but somebody understood what Gurbani said. So what I'm going to share with you is not what I think. I'm not going to share with you what I know. I'm only going to share with you what I have understood. Those of you who want to make notes, please do. After 15-20 minutes of this introduction of what the process is and why, how did I stumble onto it, I'll give you the background of that. And then, in whichever place we are sitting, however we are sitting, we'll spend about half an hour today in practicing to show you how it can be done. Shri Guru Granth Sahib starts with the word Jap. Because when you look at the scripture, it gives you the symbol of the creativity. What creativity is? It's Ek Onkar, Satnam, Karta, Purukh, Nirbhav, Nirvair, Akal Murth, Ajuni, Sadhan, Guru Prasad. These are the characteristics. You can group them into 8. Ek Onkar, Satnam, Karta Purukh, Nirbhav, Nirvair, Akal Murth, Ajuni, Sadhan. How do I get to this? Say by Guru Prasad. It is coming by the blessing, it's coming by the grace. What do I need to do to get that? Say Jap. Jap who? Aad Sach, Jugad Sach, Adi Sach, Nanak Hosi Bhi Sach. That's the one you need to jap. Now, all through Shri Guru Granth Sahib, there are various indications of how japana needs to happen. Like Kabir ji says, Kabira, Japni teri kaat ki kya dikhlaye loe? Japni literally means the mala, rosary. He says, if you have a rosary made of wooden beads, are you trying to show to the world that you are actually a meditator? Japni teri kaat ki, your rosary is built up of wooden beads. Why? Kya dikhlaye loe? Are you being a showman to the world? Hirde Ram na chetani hai, japni kya ho? If your inner heart being is not actually becoming a rosary, means it has to become a circle. Rosary is round, right? Har har akhar, edoe mala, japat japat bhay deen deyala. Meaning what? You have this word, har har akhar. Whatever that akhar is, whatever that word is, and what it is to become. See, it has to become a mala, it has to become a rosary. Now, जो सास गिरास ध्याये मेरा हर हर. Saas literally means to take the word in. Giras literally means to take the word out. Sada andar jana, sada bara. Eka bhake, shabd bhake, arad, urad, din raat. Day and night you do what? Arad and urad. Same meaning. Arad means going inside, urad means coming outside. So, when you take these random things scattered all over this, you see, what are they trying to tell me? First thing they are trying to tell me that the outside mala outside rosary is not significant. Secondly, the word has to become part of my system in such a way that it forms a circle. Now, the $64 question which everybody struggles with. What is the word? And Gurbani says, Jap man Satnam Sada Satnam. Sat and Naam are separate. Sat means the true, Naam means the word. You are going to take the word that reminds you only of the creative energy. Sat Naam. Well, okay. What's wrong with Jai Siya Ram? Well, nothing wrong with Jai Siya Ram, except that the moment you say Jai Siya Ram, you are going to remember the entire Ramayana. There are too many stories associated with it. Hare Radhe Krishna, the same thing, you're going to remember the entire Mahabharata. Pick a word that only reminds you of him, which has no other background, which has no other history. You can take any word. Guru, Guru, jab vida hamare, mukho ujjwal hove darbare. Well, you can keep on saying Guru, 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 that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Gobind, Gobind, Gobind sange, Naam Dev man leena, ad dam ko thikro, chipro hoyo, latina. Chiba, chipro, chimba. A caste in India that Naam Dev his word was Gobind, and he used to repeat Gobind, 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 and he repeated so much that he achieved to the ultimate destiny. Kabira, Ram Kabira ek bhaye hai koi na chage pe pachane. Kabir used to say Ram, 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 but for him, when he talked about Ram, it did not mean Ram, the one who was born to Dasarath. It means the Ram who's Ramya, Ram, Ramaya, God. So the words are not important. I want to make sure that this thing gets through to everybody. The word is not significant at all. What is significant is what it does to you. What is the objective? Why are we? Why did the Granth insist on jap? When you love somebody, you remember them a lot. Constant memory of the person with whom you are in love. Okay. If being in love creates a memory, can the memory create love? Can the reverse also happen? Well, that's what Gurbani is betting on. Because to fall in love with somebody, you have to know it, you have to see him, you have to, right? We can't see God. We don't know where he is. We may even have a doubt whether he exists or not. But if you want to fall in love with that, you start repeating. And the reverse happens. The repetition is required of the word, but the word itself, then it will become monotonous repetition, like, parroting, keep on repeating again and again and again and again, but that's not what the real purpose is. The thing that most of the people do not understand and do not communicate clearly enough, the use of the word is a device. I said earlier, word is not important. It is a device. Device to do what? Now be very alert to what I'm going to say. It is to stop the mind from running around. You are going to use the word and force your mind to listen to that word alone. You're going to bring him back and say, don't go there, listen to this. Don't go there, listen. It will keep on running back and forth. It will create questions and doubts and all kinds of thoughts will come. What is this nonsense? Why are you doing this? Whole life you have been. Look, it's all nonsense. Nobody, there is no proof. You will get argument after argument that will drive you nuts. What are you going to say? No, I have heard enough. You listen to this word. You are going to break the pattern of the mind which asserts on your mind-body system to do something which is completely irrelevant. और कुछ नहीं होगा तो पानी का ग्लास पीने उठ पाएगा. You just feel thirsty, okay, let me go get some water. Be very careful. The objective of using the word is simply to bring the mind to listen to that one word that you are repeating. You are not saying the word for somebody else to listen to. You are saying the word to yourself listening. You are not listening to somebody else's word, and you are not trying to tell to somebody else the word. You are repeating the word yourself for yourself. Is it making sense? Anybody has any questions here? Yes, sir.
Do we say the word in our mind? Or do we say out loud?
Okay. Good question. The very first stage in our meditation is japa. The next stage is simrana. Next stage is dhyan. Next stage is samadhi. Japa is the first stage. Once the mind has stopped from running around, you can stop the louder one because it has become simrana. Till it becomes simrana, the mind would find it difficult to stay at the same point. That's the second stage. So you should not start from the beginning to say within yourself, because you are taking a shortcut to go to the second stage before having gone through the first stage. And it's important that you go through the first stage to break the habit of the mind to go somewhere else. Anybody else has any comment, any questions, any concerns? Okay. Now, here in this group, we are people who belong to different disciplines, different religions, different thinking processes and everything. So I'm not going to encourage or ask for the same word by everybody, because I want to give you the practice session today. So I will show you all the words that I know how they can be used. Those of who wants to use Waheguru, which is the Punjabi word, you are going to break it into half. With the half of the breath, you're going to take the word with inside, and the other half you're going to bring it in, and it will become a cycle. Waheguru, 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 Waheguru. See, as you're breathing inside, you're taking the Wahe in. As you're breathing outside, you're taking the Guru. from Islamic world, you can do that. Those who are from Hindu tradition, for them, Om is the word. For them, take this just a deep breath and then just say Om. That's your word. Okay. In the beginning, it's going to be difficult because you are not used to it. As you just noticed, whether you are sitting, it is irrelevant. Whether you are cross-legged on the floor, it's irrelevant. Whether you are lying down on the sofa, it's irrelevant. Whether you are walking around, that's also irrelevant for that matter. You can be walking around and using the 1 foot. Guru, 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 Guru. Vahe and Guru becomes rhythmic, cyclic. In the beginning, if the throat dries up, keep a glass of water close to you. No problem. If there is a scratch in the throat, no problem. Because slowly it will go deep. As we get into the practice, you will see how deep it can go and how loud it can get. Now, what's the idea of sitting in the group? In the beginning, sitting in the group helps because each other's energy you can feed on. Once you build up the momentum and you can sit by yourself, or otherwise within a minute or so you will be looking at the clock and say, oh, so we'll take a 5 minutes break. Those of you who want to get a cup of water, please get a cup of water and come back, sit here, and we'll spend the next 30 minutes in doing this practice. The reminder, the word is not important, the technique is not important. What is important is bring the mind back to that position to listen to. It should become so fine-tuned that you should be able to see where is the wa and where is the ha and where is the ga and where is the ra. You will be able to, and you should be able to see the symbols, the vowels, the sounds and everything exactly the way you are saying it. More you are in tune with the word, more the mind will stop from running around and more at peace you will find yourself. Okay? Alright. Sachi Basak Tinha Sange Jin Sang Japiye Naam Tin Sang Sange Na Kijai Nanak Jina Apna Svao Sat Sacho Shri Nivas Aad Purkh Sada Tuhi Vahe Guru Vahe Guru Vahe Guru Vahe Jiyo spend about 25 minutes today. Once again, technique is not important. How you are sitting, where you are sitting, time of the day, weather, nothing is important.